you missed me. I was hoping to get round to recording another podcast before Wonderwool, but I haven't managed it because I've been so busy working with Jenny, dyeing up all the car trove yarn stuff. So I hope you'll forgive me for that, but I would never miss the opportunity to take you all along with me for Wonderwool. For anyone that's new, Wonderwool is a big Welsh agricultural style wool show. It's held in the Royal Welsh Showground in Builth, Wales. And if you draw a dot right in the middle of Wales, that's where it is. It's the first show that Jenny and I ever worked together with Jenny's Owl About Yarn. And we've been back every year since. So it's a good 2.5 hours drive. So I am up, tea. I'm going to have a shower in a minute because I'm still a bit sleepy. And then I've got to pack my overnight bag, pack the car, and then I'm heading off to Jenny's. And it's going to be a brilliant couple of days. Like I said, it's the first time that we are going to be selling car trove yarn to the people. And I'm very excited and a little bit nervous. And I'm not sure if I actually want to sell it. Maybe I want to keep it all for me. I don't know. Anyway, I'm looking forward to seeing lots of you at the show. I know a few people are coming. I'm looking forward to seeing Hannah and Jeanette. And I think Anita's going to be there on Sunday as well. So it'll be really good fun. I'll take you along with me. But what I'm going to do right now is have a cheeky 10-minute knit. Right, you'll have to excuse the slight mess of my house, but I thought you might like to see just a small fraction of what Jenny and I are packing for Wonderwool. These bags here, this is all car trove yarn. These 3 down here, plus this blue one on the top. This bag down here has got samples of car trove yarn patterns we're going to be releasing, little bits of car trove for people to knit on and some sock blockers for display. In here I've got some other bits of car trove yarn for making up more shade cards. And there's some more sort of postcard for the shade cards in there. And then that box has got our big printed sign in, so that needs to stay flat. And then over here, that's the lunch bag. That's picnic lunches for a couple of days, plus some snacks. That's my overnight bag. Apparently the weather's going to be not great, so it's lots of warm layers. And then this is my sort of my day bag. So I've got a couple of knitting projects, can never have too many. I've got my thermos for tea, bottles of water, umbrella, makeup because it wouldn't fit in the other bag, chargers, hat, scarf, gloves, tissues, purse, selfie stick, and I think in there I've got travel sick pills because Brecon, well, Builth Wells, is very windy on the roads and it can make me feel a bit sick. So I've got to squish all of this into my polo. And then hope that Jenny's got enough space in her bus to add it in because she's got all of her Owl About Yarn stuff. And if I slowly swing you around, I can show you what I'm wearing. I'm wearing my Kate Davis Carbeth, which I knit out of, what did I knit it out of? Blorna. Again, bought it from Midwinter Yarns. Something else that is absolutely essential for Wonderwool is hiking boots, because the sheep sheds the floors are ridged poured concrete and it gets very cold. And I'm also wearing my sheep brooch that Mum gave me and my Balls to Brexit badge that I bought from Yarnesty, I think. So might as well have a political jumper. Oh, and there's Jocelyn.
We're not going to talk about my hair.
No, let's not mention your hair. We're on our way. Jenny's in the driving seat. We are dashing up the A470.
At a legal rate of speed.
At a legal and responsible speed. And as you can see from the lack of back window, you couldn't fit so much as an after 8 in this car.
Which is a shame. I like after 8s.
I like after 8s.
And Molly really wanted to come, didn't she?
She did. And for those who don't know what an after 8 is, it's a really thin, mint-filled chocolate after dinner nibble from the 80s. And we've even filled the roof box.
Yeah.
Honest to God, there isn't space for a fart in this car.
She has such a lovely turn of phrase, doesn't she?
Absolutely. I did a little bit of filming in the house this morning. Just a little bit.
I figured you would.
In my dressing gown. I sent Jenny a lovely selfie of me with amazing bed head. And she sent me one back, but it was quite dark, so she must have been looking really bad.
Well, I'd literally just woken up and I picked up my phone, rolled over in bed to look at it.
See my lovely face.
Seen your lovely face and gone, well, this is what I look like right now.
But yeah, I think we've remembered everything.
Nah, where's wood? I need to touch wood.
And if we haven't, it can't be anything important because we've got the float. We've got, I must admit, I did double check that I had my own knickers after the Nottingham knicker disaster in 2018 or whatever it was. Is it Exeter?
Exeter.
God, Exeter was a terrible show, wasn't it?
It was
Nothing went right.
Nothing went right. Everything went wrong.
So yeah, we are diving at the A470 through the start of Storm who now?
Hannah.
Storm Hannah. But I'm sure that won't put the knitters off coming. And like my mum said, she said, oh well, if it's cold and stormy, everyone will want to buy DK weight yarn. And I thought, yeah.
Well, did you see Estelle from Midwinter? I sent you the screenshot, didn't I?
Yeah.
Said, oh dear, it looks like the temperatures are going to be similar to the year that must not be mentioned. And that was the year Erin was born and I missed. And everybody was freezing.
Was that the snowstorm? No, because we drove up together in the snowstorm and we weren't sure if we could make it.
No. It was. I wasn't exhibiting. It was just freezing cold.
Oh.
And all of the vendors were absolutely just. It was Baltic.
I remember the one year it was Baltic for us, and we were wearing so many layers we actually couldn't bend. And then there was another year when Mum came up with us on the coach. And Mum and I were sat having our picnic on the grass in the car park.
Yeah.
There's just no way of knowing. But it is our first time selling Cartref yarn.
Dun, 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 dun.
So we're very excited.
Yeah, it's going to be. I've just got visions of the rainbow.
Yeah, we'll have to arrange it like a rainbow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there we go. I missed your face there. So we're on the road. I might show you a bit of scenery when it gets pretty. At the moment, it's just dual carriageway.
And also rain.
And also grey rain.
So if it's raining like this, when we're up the Brecon Beacons, you're not going to be able to see anything.
No. But you know, classic Wales.
Yeah.
And stand set up and things. I'll film a bit of that as well. Headley. That's Welsh for police. Right, I better start filming now or I'm going to feel sick. Oh, I should have a travel sick pill.
You should.
And then I won't.
And
feel
find me
sick.
a biscuit.
A biscuit?
Yeah, I'm hungry.
Well, I don't know whether... Oh, okay. The blue box, that's the food crate. Right.
And also the white bag.
Travel sick... That's lunch, yeah. Travel sick pills and a biscuit. Okay.
The blue box is the stuff that we shouldn't really be eating, but we will anyway.
Bed me.
Yes!
So, oh, there's Garthenor. This is it before everyone gets set up. And here is stand H6. See? All about yarn. Now I have to see if Jenny's made it round to the nearest spot. Oh, and we've got cat and sparrow as our neighbours again this year, which is lovely. Ooh, that's the slow wardrobe where Grace got her nice outfit from. Right, don't think Jenny's arrived yet. I'll find her in a minute. We have unloaded. So we've got the blank cream shell, all our grid will laid out, ready to go. And then all this pile of stock to set out. I've already had Michelle come and say, oh, look at the garter of yarn. And then in a minute, when Jenny's back from parking the car, we're going to have our sandwiches. So yeah, that, my friends, is the before shot. All right, we are part way through setup. There's Jenny's self-striping. She's got a couple of rows of 4-ply up. A nice picture frame at the top. Owl sign. Owl herself. Owl in action. And then we've got our secret tea station for all your tea making requirements, of which there will be a lot. And I think I have finished the Cartrev yarn. I think it looks rather good. And I'll nip in and show you some of the patterns we designed. So this is that little tension square that people can come and have a knit on. And these are Jenny's Blood Eyewear mittens. She's done 2 sizes in 2 different colourways. They've got nice flowers on. And then a Keltaith scarf, beautiful cables. Cunna's hat and cowl, the nice twisty rib on it. My Ashpath mitts and my sweet corn leggings at the back. I'll let you know when those are out. And then our tension squares for everyone to have a feel of. Oh, and I even found some pictures of Welsh mule sheep. They come in all different arrangements, Welsh mules. It's a bit of a, well, it's a mule. It's a mix-up. And then this is all stuff still to be sorted. So we've got a way to go, but I think Jenny needs a biscuit and I might have to make another cup of tea. So there we go, halfway. Right, this is going to be short and sweet because it is tiddling with rain. But there's our bed and breakfast run by the lovely Monica. And this is our view. Now there's sheep over there, but every other year we've been here, there's been sheep in this field here, and yet there are none. So I hope her lambs are okay. Okay, we have a problem.
It's really serious.
We've been staying at Monica's fabulous bed and breakfast for 4 years now.
Well, this is the 4th.
This is the 4th year, and we've always had the same room.
Room 3.
Room 3.
Or 4.
Down the end of the corridor, and I knew what to expect. And some chap pulled the wool over Monica's eyes and booked the room and didn't turn up, which I feel is a little unfair.
Yeah.
So we're now in a different room, and I'm completely discombobulated. It's lovely. Look, it's got Jenny in it, which is always a good start.
Yeah. I can see sheep out the window.
We've got little tea tray and a television, double bed with unnecessary cushions.
All the best places.
It's heated to the usual volcanic standards that I've come to expect.
You are wearing a carpet though, so.
But the trouble is, single bed, double bed.
What do we do?
What do we do? Because the other room has single beds in.
Yeah.
But we have shared double beds before.
Yeah.
So now...
So do we just share the double, savour the washing?
Oh
Or-
no, now you've said that. I can't make her do extra sheets just because I fancy sleeping like a starfish.
But if you fancy sleeping like a starfish, she's already said she's got less washing because the man's not coming. So I could go in the little bed because I'm little.
But the washing. You see, this is why I don't like change.
You should have seen her face. So
That and the not completely fresh pajamas. It's put me right off my game. Maybe that's why you should sleep in a single bed, because I don't have completely fresh pajamas.
as I said,
Because I was a bit behind with the laundry.
I have worn mine once before as well.
I honestly, I don't know how we're going to resolve this.
No. I look really warm.
Yeah, we
That
both
pub
look
was
really warm. The pub was really hot, and I had half a pint.
I didn't.
No, I did. Right, my arm's aching now. I'll get back to you later and you'll find out what we discussed. So what am I doing, Jen?
You're weaving in my ends. That's love, that is.
I like weaving in ends.
I finished my jumper. I haven't worn my jumper in public yet, though I have finished it for it's quite a long time since I finished it. But
it's been months.
Yeah.
You just haven't worn it.
No. But needed the ends weaving in.
I love weaving in ends. I don't know why people don't enjoy it. Makes it all pleasingly tidy. Except, of course, when you tie a bleeding great big knot in it, Jenny Powell.
I don't know what you're talking about.
What knot? Outrageous.
What knot? Where?
Yeah. But I'm halfway down my tin of gin and tonic, so the quality of the end weaving might drop off a bit. But I'll even sew up your armpit holes. How's that?
Oh, did I not do that?
Well, I don't think so. There's a bit of a...
Oh, okay.
Well, if you did, you didn't do a brilliant job of it.
Yeah, given how enthusiastic I was about it, which wasn't at all, because I didn't think it was going to fit. Probably not.
You've just run out of bothers by that point, had you? Nobody really looks
And it's
at your
lovely.
armpits.
It's such a lovely jumper. It's lovely yarn, and I like the pattern. It's the arboreal pattern. And
What's the... It's Triskelion
sculfing, isn't it?
Sculfing DK.
Yeah.
See?
But yeah, there's the arboreal, and I put the pattern around the hem as well, so because it's an awful lot of stocking stitch, and
When
I did it around the cuffs as well.
I'll turn it the right way around.
Yeah,
And then
but
have a
I'll
look.
hopefully be wearing it tomorrow. Although, as my friend points out, oh, I had your bra in shot then. As my friend
You're welcome.
points out, I'm a snowflake, and even this makes me a little bit itchy.
Which is
and it's
ridiculous.
lovely wool. But I have brought a long sleeve t-shirt, so we'll probably be fine.
I think we'll need it just for the temperature.
Well, this is it. That's why I packed it in the end.
Yeah.
Anyway.
There you go.
Yay! My ends are being woved. I am going to finish reading Knitlandia by Clara Parks, and I've read almost all of it. I'm up to chapter about Edinburgh.
Oh, fun.
And then I've brought another book, a book.
You bought that in Edinburgh, didn't you?
Bought that in Edinburgh.
From a soldier's stand.
Yes. So I shall make a start on that then. Are you finished yet?
No.
What about now?
No.
And because I really love her, I found some socks for her to weave the ends in as well. Ah,
Had a bit of end weaving.
yeah. Fabulous.
Well, I'm horrified. Trying to weave in these ends. She's just Bleeding Well just tied them together, you absolute horror. And it's made this lumpy...
It's not lumpy.
It's totally lumpy, and I don't even know where the other end is.
Then you don't need to worry about it.
And I think that's secured. I hesitate to call that woven in. That's outrageous. What have you got to say for yourself, you absolute slattern?
Put down the gin.
It's nothing to do with the gin. It's to do with your shocking finishing techniques.
Yeah, I'm all frills and no knickers. You can't see it.
Oh my goodness. Well, and as you may have gathered, we've ended up both in the double bed.
I might move to sleep. It feels like a bit of a rolly bed.
I'm not sure if I want to sleep next to somebody who treats fine wool in this cavalier fashion. But the other bed is a bit hard. Okay, I think I'm going to call it a day for the podcasting and try and make the best of what is clearly a dog's dinner with this cardigan.
Rude.
Yeah, well, oh my God. What even is that?
It's fine art.
It's a dog's dinner, that's what it is. I'm disgusted. Okay, so the stall is properly set up. So this is the official guided tour. So here is the Cartrev yarn wall. I absolutely bloody love it. A year in the making. And there it is. We've got Jenny's notions, stitch markers, mini skein earrings, stitch marker bracelets, progress keepers and badges. And I need to steal one of these to put on my jumper. We've got our Knit Tea Retreat pins as well. All of her lovely fibre. She's got silk mixes, she's got BFL, I think she's got some Polworth in there as well. And then if I zoom in a little bit, you can see that all of this top row is sparkly. Look at that. And then we've got her merino blends and her DKs at the bottom. And a base that she's trying for the first time this show is her tweed, her Donegal tweed blend. So this is, what is this? Merino and nylon net. I love that aubergine colourway. Gosh, can you hear the rain? And she's designed these beautiful socks in it. The pattern's not out yet, but as soon as it is, I'll let you know. And then these are her luxury yarns with silk in. And this is her Tibetan owl that's got yak in it. Absolutely beautiful. And then these are her self-striping colourways. So she skeined them up as usual, but she kept one repeat of each colourway loose at the end, and she's wrapped it around the end so you can see how it knits up. And she's also got some that are already caked up and ready to go. Sock blanks, these are double ones. So you can knit 2 at a time socks because they're dyed the same way. It's 2 strands knitted together. And a beautiful jumble of minis. And a little sales box at the bottom. And her Owl About Yarn sock yarn picture frame. And if I slowly swivel round, this is our Toblerone shaped display unit. Got some bags here. Newsletter sign up slips if anyone's interested. Lots more project bags. One of the labels has taken a nosedive. Project bags. She's got some really nice geeky ones, Star Wars and Doctor Who. And some really nice larger tote size bags down the bottom. Those are great for jumper weight projects. And then the other side is all of our knitting patterns. I seem to have not got all of our samples with us today, but there's plenty up there. And all of these ones are available at the moment. And yeah, my Jackson's Bay cowl on the bottom. So there we have it. Doesn't that look fabulous? It's the end of the day and it's sunny now. It's been like the apocalypse.
We're defrosting
And everyone is absolutely raw to their bones.
as we walk to the car. I can feel my feet.
We can feel our feet and our fingers again. And as you can see, the car park is mostly grass. And so quite a few people, I think, were worried they weren't going to get their cars out, but we're okay. We're back at the bed and breakfast. And we're both looking rosy.
Yeah, I think it's the sun coming into the heat when we've been freezing all day and our bodies can't take it, so we've just gone.
End of day one, and day one was cold. Like 5 degrees Celsius. The rain was so loud you could hear it on the roof, and it actually drowned out conversations at points, didn't it? But people came. It was a much later start, I think.
Yeah, there were some delays on the roads, so quite very long delays as well. So people took a while getting in.
We were all starting to worry, weren't we?
Yeah, but about 11 we were like, oh,
where is
it's
everybody?
very quiet. Because obviously there've been weather warnings. Well, not obvious if you don't live here.
Yeah.
There's been a weather warning for strong winds.
And rain.
Or was there a weather warning for the rain as well?
I thought so.
Anyway, nasty weather. When not many people had come round by 11, we were thinking, oh, God, where are you? But yeah, they made it.
I think
because what threw at me was just before the show opens, usually they make some announcements to let us know it's just about to open. And they say there's a big long queue of people all waiting to get in. Are you ready? You've got 2 minutes until we open the doors.
Nothing.
There was nothing.
Not a Scooby.
And then at 10 past 10 we went, oh,
it's open.
It's open.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah.
Because it didn't really pick up until after lunch. I think people were later getting here than they thought. By the time they'd parked, gone to the loo, had a coffee.
It's properly stressful when you've been in that sort of traffic as well. You're just not in the mood to leap straight into shopping, are you?
But it picked up. I hope it's not too wobbly. We've got the phone on a selfie stick on a cut glass, I don't even know what that is, accessories tray that I pinched
hold it with my foot?
Would that help? I don't think it would help. But anyway, we're a bit wobbly. You'll have to live with it. But in the end, it was an all right day. Yeah. We saw some lovely people. Yeah. Some people that watched the podcast.
Hello. Some of our favouriteest people.
Some of our favouriteest people, Rachel and Jeanette and Hannah and Silver Goosegog. Yeah. And we met Pat, who's coming on the retreat. Yes. So hello to Pat. I don't know if you actually watched the podcast, but it was wonderful to meet you. Thank you for coming to find us.
Is it Bird Street we're opposite?
Yes. Hello, Mr. and Mrs. Bird Street, whose names I don't know. I'm sorry.
You probably told me this morning and I've forgotten because I'm terrible.
But I didn't realise it was their first ever festival, their first ever show. But I think it looks like they did really well and they have lovely yarn. So yeah, that's Bird Street, UK.
Okay. Fab.
I think. They're on Instagram, you'll be able to find them. And we launched Car Trev Yarn. And we sold some.
We've had a good response to it. It's been well received, hasn't it? The squish factor and the...
Yeah. A lot of people having a squish. Quite a few people bought some. Thank you to Ellie who bought some. And thank you to Jeanette who bought some. And we're wondering, because the weather was so desperate today, if we might get more visitors than usual on the Sunday, because usually Saturday's nuts and Sunday's half as busy, but the weather's better for tomorrow, so we're thinking some of the Saturday day trippers might come tomorrow.
Yeah, they might have looked at the weather forecast and thought,
nah.
We'll go tomorrow instead.
Yeah. And I didn't mean to buy any yarn.
You never mean to buy yarn.
I never meant to buy yarn, but I did. I couldn't not, really, could I?
No, it would be rude not to.
I had to go and see Woolly Knit. Now, I ended up with a couple of balls of their Aran weight yarn from the Bring and Take table at October's Knit Tea
did you?
Retreat. Yeah, I ended up with 4 balls of sort of denim blue Aran, and I made fingerless gloves for Conrad out of it, if you remember.
Yes.
Really nice yarn, proper wool, you know?
Yes. Yeah, because didn't he struggle at first with it?
Yeah.
Because he wasn't used to proper wool.
They're a Yorkshire company selling British wool. Some of it breed specific, some of it just wool.
I haven't been to look at the stand yet.
No, I have to go and have it tomorrow. And what I bought, and I wish you could smell it. Is it going to focus? Focus there, please. That, my friends, is a 200-gram skein, 900 metres of a blend of Welsh Black Mountain and Suffolk. And I bought 3 of these. Is it going to refocus? I bought 3 of these for £15, and it's like a brownish, charcoaly. Oh God, and it smells good. It smells like sheep. And Jeanette
really
bought
does.
some because I had to go and show Jeanette. And I'm going to knit a cardigan. It's an Isolde pattern, Stockbridge, which was very kindly given to me as a present by Ange for my birthday. Ange of Yarn and Yarns. Hey Ange, go and watch her podcast.
Tomorrow.
It's amazing. And then I needed buttons. And the nice lady from Cotswold Alpacas, who's opposite us, said, go and look at the vintage button stand. And I said, what vintage button stand? And it turns out they've been there every year for the past 8 years. And I just don't know that I've noticed them. So I took my yarn and found the most perfect buttons, which we also can't focus on. There we go. To go with this wool. So they're all vintage buttons, and these are glass, and they're sort of charcoal with a slightly brown glow in the middle of them, which next to this yarn is going to be absolutely perfect. And they came in a sheet of 15, and they were kind enough to separate them off. So buttons for my cardigan.
Yay!
So I think I've got, what's 900 times 3?
2,700.
I've got 2,700 metres. It's a light 4-ply, wouldn't you think?
Yes, yeah.
So I've got way more than I need, but I just couldn't leave it. It was so lovely. And we would like to find, well, I would like to find some black Welsh Mountain
Very
for
light.
Cartrev. I could even hold it double. I've got enough.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm just going to knit. The Stockbridge is a lovely pattern, but it's a very plain round neck cardigan, and I think the fun is in the techniques. Short row shoulder shaping.
Say that
short row
fast.
shoulder shaping, and yeah. So I was pleased with that. Unexpected purchase. So a cardigan's worth of yarn and buttons for less than £20. £15 for the yarn, £5 for the vintage buttons.
Oh, that's bad.
You
That's
can't
not bad.
argue with that, my friends. And it's proper British wool. So yeah. Jenny said to me, are you gonna cast that on tonight? Wind it up. And I thought, I'm not hand winding 900 metres of yarn.
There's no dedication to the cause.
Not really, no. And you didn't really get off the stand, did you? You went to the loo and you went to see lovely Roger of Curly Weavers,
Yes.
who spins our yarn for us. Oh, that's my... Oh, I did have a business card for the buttons. I've got to tell you who they are. Brimstone Buttons and Buckles. I don't think they have a website, but that is them. Touch the thing. There we go, that's them. And they're at Wonderwool every year, so there you go. And normally what we do after the Saturday is we go into the marquee and we go and buy some sort of hot dinner from the vendors, and we go and sit in the marquee and chat to other people. But no.
Did we mention it's quite chilly?
It was, yeah. it was warmer by the time we left than when we arrived.
Yes,
but it was not linger in a tent and
No.
have dinner sort of temperatures.
No.
So
Yeah, I don't suppose many people will be doing that today.
no. In true pins on the road style, we went to the Co-op supermarket on the way home. And when I say supermarket, I mean garage, petrol station, with an extended corner shop.
Kind of reminiscent to that Marks and Spencer's we can never go back to.
Oh, I'd forgotten about the Marks and Spencer's we can never go back to. That's just at the start of the A46.
Was that the last Yarningham? No, that wasn't the last Yarningham. That was Nottingham, wasn't it?
It might have been
When
Nottingham.
we went to Nottingham. No, we can't have been.
It must have been
Why did
Yarningham. We were going to my mother's. I don't know. Anyway, so we went and bought a bed picnic. I bought a bag of the most middle class crisps known to mankind. Sea salt and Chardonnay wine vinegar.
They also had sea salt and Chardonnay wine vinegar peanuts.
Did they?
Yeah.
Ugh. Carrots and hummus, because vegetables. You don't like hummus.
No, I'll nick a carrot, but the hummus is all yours.
Oh, there you are.
Oh, my yoghurt.
Pudding.
Yoghurt with, well, first pudding. Yoghurt with oats, crunchy clusters. For calcium.
Oh, there you are, look.
And many little sausage rolls.
All vitamins in a box.
Yeah.
Fruit salad.
We had a choice of exotic or classic fruit salad, and we decided that we were more classic people.
Yeah. I don't really feel like paying money for melon. In my head, it's
And mango.
water.
It's always melon and mango in an exotic one.
Oh, what was your stick?
Cheese twist.
Cheese twist. Chicken satay. That was your protein of choice. There you are.
Yeah, thank you very much. With a sweet chilli dip that I'm letting her have because I don't like it.
I just bought chicken mini fillets because protein.
Very balanced.
And then my I thought the non-British viewers might enjoy. Do you have pork crackling in the States? So it's the fat off a pork joint, and when you roast it, the top goes really crispy, crunchy. And in the UK, it's standard to eat it with your roast dinner. But these are pork crackling straws and Bramley apple sauce. So it's crispy fat.
Well, crispy skin.
I'm not really selling it. Yeah, it's not even fat really, is it?
No.
And I remembered the cutlery.
Hey.
So you can have a spoon and a fork.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
And then...
I've got a randomly itchy ear.
Lovely, lovely Jeanette
Oh, Jeanette, yes.
came up to the store just before we left and said, why is it that you come to yarn festivals? And you said, to get away from our husbands and children, which wasn't the answer.
I don't
she
think
was
they watch
looking
this.
for. They know.
They probably do.
And I can't remember what I said first. And then I said, well, for cake. She went, aha! And she brought us cake.
They have a couple of really nice patisserie bakeries there. And look!
I was eyeing these up on the way to the loo.
Are they custard tarts?
I'm fairly certain they're white chocolate
Ah. Blimey. Very
tarts
nice.
with fruit. I was going to go and buy one tomorrow.
Were you?
Yeah.
So we've got plenty. And there'll be leftovers for lunch tomorrow, I think.
I want a pierogi.
You can have a pierogi. This can be dinner on the way home.
Okay then.
because the show closes at 4:30 and it'll take us
Oh,
an
does
hour.
it?
Yeah, it closes an hour earlier tomorrow.
It was 5.
No, 4:30. So we can be on the road by 5:30, 6 o'clock, depending on the traffic getting out.
Yeah.
And back to yours by 8:30, 9. And I'll be home by 9:30, 10. And then up at 6 a.m. on Monday. Woo! So,
back to the life of Grandma.
Back to the life of Grandma. I'm going to have a pork crackling straw before we stop podcasting for the
go
evening.
For your life. With the sauce or without the sauce?
I'm going to go without it first. Do you not like crackling?
Take it or leave it. It's nothing really very special.
Christ.
Yeah, that's why.
It's not usually this loud.
I've had enough dental problems the last few years. I don't want to break any more teeth.
Christ on a bite. You can't actually eat that.
Maybe you're supposed to suck them.
I'm glad I'm wearing safety goggles.
Yeah, me too. Oh my goodness.
It's alright.
Oh yeah, so the weather warning. You know, we said people were camping.
Oh God. Yeah.
Yeah. Who was it? Was it Michelle said that she was in the coffee queue behind people who camped in a tent. And they were awake the whole night holding the tent down.
Oh God.
I mean, you just wouldn't sleep, would you? Almost gale force winds, and they hum. They're quite stinky.
I might put those outside the door tonight.
In fact, they smell like burnt tyres.
Burnt tyres? That's very specific.
Well, that's what it made me think of.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, we had by far the better deal.
Definitely.
The nice bed and breakfast with the nice breakfast.
It was a good breakfast.
Yeah. And you got double mushrooms because I'm fussy.
You don't like your mushrooms?
No. But we always start with our little bowl of fruit and yoghurt.
Yeah. Sets us up for the day.
Yeah. Much better than what it's like. Was it you said or Jeanette said that imagine being in a tent all night and freezing cold. And then having to go and be freezing cold in Wonderwool with the thought that you've just got to go back and be freezing cold in your tent at the end of the day as well.
Yeah. I think you'd have to find a pub to sit in and warm up.
Yeah. And it's not even like there's a travel lodge down the road that you could say, oh, the hell with it, let's go and book in there.
No.
You're stuck.
Stuck in a tent. Right. Well, that's the end of day one, my friends. We're going to eat our slightly unusual dinner.
It's going to be amazing.
And probably have an early night because I think we're both pretty
shattered.
Pretty whacked.
Yeah. Not really up for going out and dancing the night away, I'm afraid.
Yeah. Absolutely not. No dancing. It's not why we're here.
No.
Cool. All right then. See you tomorrow.
Bye.
Morning, everybody.
Morning.
We are on our way to Wonderwool for day 2. It's Sunday. And it's twice as warm as it was yesterday.
Quite makes a difference, doesn't it? That extra 4 degrees.
So it's currently 8 degrees in Mid Wales this morning, and it is currently dry.
Hurrah! And the trees aren't bent in half. I'm looking around.
It's very still.
Yeah, that's going to make a difference as well.
Yes.
Because for those of you who haven't been to Wonderwool before, the cattle sheds the massive, huge cattle sheds that the show is in, they have wooden slats at the top of the walls for ventilation, because obviously when you've got a lot of cows in there and a lot of what cows make, you need air circulating. But we didn't really need all that air circulating yesterday.
It can make it very bitter, and however cold it is outside, I reckon it's at least 2 degrees colder inside because of the concrete floor.
Yeah.
There's a poured and ridged concrete floor, which is great for sluicing out excrement, but makes for a very chilly standing surface.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we're optimistic for today. We've had another cracking breakfast by the lovely Monica.
Oh, I love Monica. She's like our Wonderwool mum.
And we've already booked back in for Wonderwool next year because we're worried that the word's going to get out about Monica.
Yeah, well, we need to spread the word, really. She deserves to have the word spread.
She does. But we also booked our original room.
Booked the room first, and then we can tell you about her.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've got a few stalls we want to go and visit. We didn't do much stand visiting yesterday at all. I nipped out to Woolly Knits to buy that yarn, and that was sort of it, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But I want to go and see Becky and Marcus, who are River Knits, because they've got a new Wensleydale fall ply. I think it's a fall ply.
I don't know.
And I want to go and have a smoosh. And you wanted to go...
I want to go to British Fibre Art magazine stand because I've seen it from afar and I've never bought a copy, and I think I'd like to. I also want to have a look and see if Joe's Toes have still got alpaca pins.
Oh, yes.
Because they were fun.
And I
maybe
wanted
John Arbon.
And I wanted to nip and see that ceramicist from Cardiff.
Yeah.
I don't know if you follow them on Instagram, but is it Julius Smith Ceramics, the Scottish ceramicist who makes those mugs, and they've got gold moons on, and all the podcasters and Instagrammers have them. It's like another thing. And they're very lovely. But I was thinking, I'm sure there's a nice Welsh ceramicist I could buy a nice mug from, so I might go and find them. I've no idea what style her ceramics are, but I'll go and have a look. We should probably go and see Estelle and Mark on Midwinter. They came to see us twice yesterday and we never made it. Although it could be that their stand is very cold because it's right next to an open door.
I think that's why they did a lot of
And
visiting.
they were just hiding in our nice breeze-free stand.
Yeah, our stand, we're very lucky with where it is. It really has just, yeah, we could hide around the corner out of the way of all the breezes.
Yeah.
So that was very good.
We've got a couple of people coming to see us today. Anita is coming this morning.
Yes.
Saw her Instagram post. She's wearing her branches and buds sweater. So I'll know to recognise her. I think Angela's coming up today.
Yeah, Russell's coming today. He's interested to see Carl Trev.
Who's Russell?
Russell Pettit, he's one of my Facebook friends.
Oh, okay.
And if I wasn't driving, I'd be able to think about what his online name is.
Okay.
Because I know it, but it's gone.
No, fine. So yeah, I think it's going to be a good day today. We're going to sell loads of owl. We're going to sell loads of Carl Trev.
Yes, please.
And yeah, it's going to be a good day.
And there's going to be a pierogi for me at lunchtime, whether you want one or not. I don't care.
Lunchtime pierogi.
But if I don't get my pierogi, I'm going to have a sad. And I really probably should go and buy Scotch eggs for the family.
Nah, spend the money on an alpaca pin.
Yeah.
Alright, well when we do our wanderings, we have to do it in shifts because obviously there's always got to be one of us on the stand. But whoever goes for a wander can take my phone and film a little bit of that stand. Deal?
Yeah, because I have to leave my phone with you, don't I, for the card reader.
For the card reader, so yeah. Fab. Right, see you later. Every year at Wonderwool there's some charity knitting, and I've shown you they had an Under the Sea theme one year. They've got the Curtain of Poppies another, and this is this year's, and it's knitted seagulls. It's a Bristol based project to protect the seagulls, which strikes me as a little odd because I think they're flying rats, but that's because I live by the sea and they steal your chips, and they're all now on Barry Island. But I thought I'd come and give you a bit of a close-up. We've got a suffragette seagull over here. Are they all crochet? I think I said they were knitting, but I think they're all crochet.
Look at this one. Trimming girl. That's the ones you get at Barry Island.
Oh. Oh, yes. Oh, and this one must be a princess because she has a crown and a veil. And then donations go to the Welsh Air Ambulance. Oh, and there's a very dapper one over there. Look, he's got a top hat and a frock coat and a walking stick. And then a seafaring one, ship's captain. And a Doctor Who seagull. Oh my goodness. Stood on a police box. Surprised we don't get more of those round our way. And a little treasure chest. Fabulous, look how many there are. Right, I've come to have a look at Joe's Toes, and there's their website, .co.uk. And you can see from their sign exactly what they do. And if you're a lover of slippers and things like that, they are absolutely chocker with all the things that you need. So the actual insoles, look, they're still busy setting up, look, I'm going to scoot around them. And they also do fun things like packs of different felt shapes for embellishments. And they do little tiny sock blockers, fabric glue, and a rather fun selection of pins as well. And they've got bag bases, all different colours, and you can see the holes punched around the edges. And then here are more felted soles, all carefully organised so you can find exactly what you want. And they go all the way up to size 10.
Which goes to size 14.
Size 14, excellent. Oh, they'd even fit me.
Big foot size.
And do they last? How?
Well, mine are 5 years old.
And they're still going strong?
I have my you can go outside in slippers. So we have a special off-road sole.
Off-roading slipper soles.
The Vibram, people who make the hiking boot sole.
Oh wow.
And over 5 years we have had to replace the thread once, but the sole is complete.
The sole is still going. Oh, fantastic. And do you buy the felt in yourself, or do you make it, or?
No, we buy the felt in.
You buy the felt in. Excellent.
Speak to the boss about that if you want.
Oh, I'm going to swing round without making anyone feel ill. So tell me about your felt sourcing.
Hello, well I started at home looking for the best felt and I just fanned out until I found the perfect felt and I'm sticking with it.
And what makes it perfect?
It's the thickness, it's nearly pure wool, it's got the most wool in I can get. I love the colours,
Yeah.
and it's consistent. So when I make a size 5 slipper, I know it's going to stay a size 5 slipper.
Ah, so the other
So
ones
I have
might stretch
handmade
or something.
felt, but it's difficult to get that consistency.
Oh, fabulous. And what's been your best seller?
Ooh, probably the baby slippers actually.
The baby
The
slippers?
tiny baby ones.
Oh, look. And they
So
come
we
as a
do
kit,
little-
do they?
come as kits. So we put the yarn, the soles, the buttons, and then we put all 3 patterns in. So there's a little bar shoe,
Oh,
a little
look.
boot, and a little knitted crossover
They are
stone.
so sweet.
Thank you.
And little tiny. Oh. And do you recommend, I know you can get sort of puffy anti-slip.
Yes, we do sell that as well. We're down to 3 bottles of it.
Oh,
But I actually paint a liquid rubber onto the bottom of the soles
okay.
for the adult sizes.
Yeah.
I've got that.
I'm just thinking if you've got little toddly ones rather than babies, you'd want a bit of
Yes,
anti-slip
yeah,
on there,
we've got
wouldn't you?
that in those children's sizes. A bit hard to see really, but that's the rubber painted on.
Ah, yes, you can see that.
So it's there
Oh, I
on
like
the
the rainbow
children's
thread on
ones.
that one. That's fun.
Rainbow thread, yeah, that's
Yeah.
the most popular thread at
I'm
fairs.
sure it is. Oh, so you do sell some ready-made as well?
And these are just examples of what you can make. So all of these are available as kits.
Oh, you've got one with
And
spots
also
on.
make them to yeah, Dottie's been pretty popular.
I can imagine.
The little the sheep's and the mini bunting slipper are new this year.
Oh, look.
Republic in 10 minutes.
Those
time.
are smashing.
So once the main gates will be
And we've
opening
actually sold out of
10
rainbow
minutes
wool.
time.
We've
Have
got
you?
more on the way. It's coming next week.
Oh, fantastic. So in terms of durability, they last forever and you can
They're
always
pretty
repair
durable,
them.
But you can repair them. We don't glue anything together. So the idea is everyone chooses the colour scheme they would like. The soles just stack up. I've punched the holes ready, and that's the only tool you need to make it. And it just
Fabulous.
laces together
All the way through.
all the way through. There's actually little notches to show you when to bring in the top, and you just work your way around and you've got your slipper.
Oh, so if you do wear them out, or if your husband doesn't cut his toenails, you can just replace the part that you need. And
Exactly.
oh, so that's
Yes,
brilliant. That's
yes.
classic make, do and mend, and really
Yes.
environmentally friendly.
Yes.
Oh, fantastic. Oh, brilliant. Well, thank you very much for letting me have a look at your stand, and good luck for
I
today.
look forward to seeing your podcast.
Bye.
Thanks very much.
bonnet of my car.
I might have just popped the bonnet of Jenny's car with my butt cheeks. Well, we've stopped in Jenny's most favourite lay-by.
This is my most favourite lay-by.
Yeah, so it's just as you come along the A470, you're properly out of Merthyr, you've gone past the Story Arms,
Yep.
and you do the wiggle, and then suddenly...
You're on a massive bend in the road. If
Yeah.
you've come up this road any number of times, you'll know it.
And there's some sheep up there who have absolutely the best view.
And
we're
they
jealous.
don't know it.
And they don't appreciate it.
No.
We've pulled in
Truffing gorgeous.
for the view for a little bit of a lay-by picnic because it's tea time. I don't know what the time is.
And we can't have a trip without a lay-by picnic.
No, and we didn't lay-by picnic on the way up because we were a bit behind
just
schedule.
wanted to get there.
So we've got a random selection of leftovers for our tea. But yet again, another lovely show at Wonderwool.
Oh,
So huge thanks to Andy and to Chrissy, who are the main organisers, and the outstanding team of helpers, particularly Laura, felted octopus,
oh, and then sloths today.
and then felted sloths on her hat for a lazy Sunday. And yeah, just such a pleasure. So many friends.
And I don't suppose you watch, but if you do, the lady who was having to direct all the traffic when everybody was trying to pack up their vans and was
Oh.
getting irate at her, there was no need for that, and I appreciated you.
Yes.
You did a really good job.
Special mention in dispatches for car park attendants and stewards. That's a hard job.
Definitely.
And thank you to Estelle for loan of emergency screwdriver. Don't know what happened to our screwdriver. It'll turn up.
I hope so.
Yeah. And I think that it was a really good first outing for Cartrev.
Yeah, it was really positive.
Yeah, we had lots of people buy some, lots of people come deliberately to squish it, and yeah,
So next up will be the online launch.
online launch, early May. We haven't put a date in the diary yet because
Well, it's May this week,
Yeah.
so it keeps our options open, doesn't it?
yeah, and we've got patterns coming as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you to everybody that came and sniffed and squished and fondled and purchased or just gave us a heart on Instagram or shared a picture. We've been really, really thrilled with how much people have helped us share the news about it. So
The enthusiasm for it has been quite humbling, really.
yeah, and
It's
whoever
just
it was
Something we're doing. And
that
it's
bought
like,
your purple tweed owl yarn, I hope you're happy with it.
Oh, the Donegal.
The Donegal aubergine, I wanted it, and it has gone.
I've got the recipe.
I might need a boxy in it.
How many do you need for that?
I don't know.
Okay.
I haven't even got the pattern, and I
Oh,
haven't
right.
got time to knit it. It just
It depends how much you want it. If you really want it, you'll find time.
yeah, I suppose.
Yeah.
So we're heading home, and I'm up at 6 a.m. tomorrow because I've still got to get the kids to school, and I'm into work, and I've got clients. You've got busy stuff with your parents tomorrow, haven't you?
Yeah. Grocery shopping with my mum, appointment with my dad. Yeah.
Children.
Same old, same old.
Same old, same old. I hope you've enjoyed watching along. We met quite a few people that watched our vlogs and podcasts, and they were really kind. So.
It's always a bit. I can't think of the word. I'm too tired. But when somebody comes up and says, "I know you. I've seen you on YouTube," like, oh God, okay. You know how mad we are.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
no hiding anything.
But it's always a pleasure to meet all of you lot in my phone. So I hope you've enjoyed this one, and I will endeavour to record a normal podcast ASAP because I'm ever so sorry, I still haven't drawn winners for the Newfangled Make-Along. I've been through all the finished objects and all the works in progress. I've got the list. I just need to do the random thing, assign prizes, and then podcast. So
Shocking.
I know.
I will randomly
I've been
stab her
really
with a
busy.
knitting needle until she does it.
She will, yeah. Well, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please give us a thumbs up and leave a little comment.
And subscribe, whether it's up there or up
yeah,
there.
my eye out there.
It's not in
The
her
next,
eye.
the next one,
Up there.
up there,
Or up there.
up there, one or the other.
Yeah.
But from us, I think it's time for a cup of tea and a sausage roll. And we will see you again soon.
Just good night from me.
It's good night from her. Bye.